Take it away.
All right. Yeah. So following up on our presentation about using tungsten fabric, I thought we'd put together a forum here where we can talk to the community. I'm conscious of the fact that I do a lot of the talking during the DTNF. So I've been accompanied this morning by Siley Main, who is the engineering representative to the TSC. And yeah, just wanted to make an open forum or an open spot to talk a little bit to the community. I can kick this off real quick, and then hopefully we'll have some other folks coming in. So yeah, tungsten fabric has gone through a couple big shifts over the past, call it 2-3 years. We've, I think, been pretty open about our struggle to develop a plurality of committers, and Casey and the Linux Foundation have given us a lot of advice and guidance around how to improve the transparency of the community. My goal throughout all of this has been to maintain a steady and predictable set of software releases. So I think we've gotten to steady. I don't think we've gotten to predictable. But I think my number one goal is to always have a good software project that you as a set of community members can depend on. I use TF constantly throughout my day and obviously as part of my job, but I use actual TF bits and pieces to get stuff done. So this isn't the case where I show up and talk TF and then turn around and use Juniper. My labs run off of tungsten fabric. And so it's very important to me personally that the project's in good shape. And I know there's a lot of other folks out there who use tungsten fabric and rely on our software being dependable. So I want to, I mean, I know this is a bit of a trial balloon, but I want to try and host these types of get-togethers and community discussions a little bit more frequently. They should be, I think, just a standing event during these DTNF meetings so that the folks who are using TF, who are interacting with our tools and our projects, get a chance to talk to the developers and hear what's important. I shared a little bit of like some of my discovery, for example, as I was going through just the latest Ubuntu and Cola train install, found sharp edges. Those are the types of things that we need to hear. So as you're going through your TF installs or deploys, I know you're all the same as I am, right? You've got your running crib sheet or your Notepad++ file or your OneNote or wherever you're squirreling away your knowledge for next time. Those set of observations about what's difficult about installation or about using the project, those are vital. So if nothing else, my ask to all of you is to share your observations of kind of what you struggled with and what could be better, and to participate as much as you can in our Slack or our mailing list to highlight those problems and to get them solved. Of course, you can do things the super open sourcey way. You can open a pull request if you have a patch. You can, of course, open a Jira item or a Jira bug and report it. So whichever way you report these things, the only ask that I have, or the favor that I beg of you all, is please let us know on the mailing list when you've submitted a change. Right now, we've got our repos in kind of weird shape, and there's been some really good patches that have just gone to abandoned status far too quickly. So I'm asking for a little bit more help to just let us know when you have changes in the repos, let us know when you've submitted your observations or things that need fixing, and we will definitely get to that. So that's my super long intro. I know Matvey had a community discussion topic that he wanted to raise. So if you're ready with that, Matvey, you can jump off mute. If not, then I'll just pause for any other questions.
Hello. I'm not sure that I'm ready. Maybe I can talk later. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. We'll have, and Matvey's been working on a really cool enhancement to TF that we're really excited to show you. So maybe this will be the commercial for the next TSC call. Is we're going to try and, we are going to carve off a little bit of time for Matvey to talk about what he's been working on and to see a presentation of what he's built. So yeah, come by the Tungsten Fabric TSC. It's not always just a chit chat. We have really cool show and tell sometimes as well. One day there might even be cookies.
Okay.
Siley, anything you want to add to the discussion?
So I think so I am a representative from Developers Forum. If you are stuck or you need help with anything, we are there on the Slack. So you can just, post there and we can help you out. So we want to grow in the community. So yeah, that's the motive here.
And then we also have Chandra on. Chandra, I know it's super late for you. Between Chandra and Siley, they're responsible for a lot of the developer-led activities. So if you want to just say hi and give us a few words, Chandra.
Hi, Nick, and hi, everyone. Yeah, as I want to reiterate what Sally has mentioned, is we wanted to help the community as much as possible. So feel free to reach out if any help needed. We are always there. Thanks for the opportunity, Nick.
And thanks for all the help. Chandra and Siley have really been the major forces in the background of the project, driving some of the enhancements, as well as just keeping our project in good shape so we can keep shipping. So again, although I'm probably the chattiest of the group, there's a lot of helpful people in the project. So if you do have any sort of issues or questions, and especially if you have code that you're looking to submit, reach out to Siley and Chandru on the mailing lists and let us know, and we can jump all over that.
So, Nappy, you had something that you were going to share, correct?
I'm sorry, I didn't prepare presentation because I didn't fully understand whether I get enough time for it. But what I did enhancement of Tungsten Fabric for IPv6 protocol to allow link local metadata service. So now it works for interfaces where INET6 virtual interface is connected, and now I'm investigating how to enable link local services for cases when we have only when we don't have interface with INET6 protocol enabled. But at least it works for IPv6 virtual interfaces.
That's awesome, and we can go through this in depth either next week at the TSC or whenever you're ready.
Yes, okay, I can prepare when I get this work done. I can prepare a small presentation to share past achievements with you, colleagues.
So the review is already raised, or you are still in the process of getting it done?
I'm in process of prototyping because
Okay.
this problem is a bit more complicated than I expected. It it consumes a lot of time, and I changed Tungsten Fabric agent, and also I changed Tungsten Fabric agent code I also changed the router code. So
Okay,
the
okay.
solution involves
So
modification
could you,
of bus controller and
Mhm.
forwarder.
Okay, could you just talk maybe like 2 minutes about the use case that you're trying to solve here?
The use
I mean,
case,
just to give some introduction to the people on the bridge.
so the idea is to use metadata service using IPv6 protocol.
Okay.
So there is a there are several link local services which are implemented in Tungsten, and some services use bus IPv4 and IPv6 like DNS, DHCP, route advertisement, and so on. And one service, which is called metadata service, it uses only IPv4, and it is built using very complicated structure. So it uses NAT to allow communication between compute host, between the host 0 interface and virtual machine. And what I did is implementation of this service, but only using IPv6 protocol.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry for a bit
No,
complicated
no, that's totally
explanation.
fine. No, that's totally fine. I think it'll be more clear once we have, maybe a few slides and then I think it'll be more clear for the people here. But I think the overview is still good.
It's much easier to speak with slides.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That's my trick.
Oh, yeah. We were there. Yeah.
Always bring a visual and, if you can, a hand puppet.
Yeah. It was a good presentation, Nick. Yeah.
The other thing, oh, thank you. The other thing I want to talk about, and thank you, Kenny, for the suggestion. Because I think we've covered the topic that we had. Wanted to flash up the Tungsten Fabric community page, just so you know where to find us. So our main meeting place, our main rendezvous point, if you will, is the 10 a.m. Thursday call. You can sign. We're moving over to a project control center type invite, but I think for now you can just click on this and get the common meeting link, so you can join that whenever. There's also the GitHub here. So if you open this up, this will drop you where all of our projects are. So like TF Ansible deployer, the little guy I've been raving about. You can find the TF Ansible deployer repo. And then as well, the other spot I would suggest people sign up for is the mailing lists, because this is where we want to, for example, track some of the project contributions. I want to, my goal moving forward, I mean, we're putting a bunch of mechanisms in place to avoid abandoned patches. But if you do have a patch that you're submitting, please drop a line to the developer mailing list or the TSC, and we'll pay attention and we'll grab your patch. And then finally, the Slack channel as well. Most of us hang out on Slack. I will just say, like, my Slack is terminally broken. So when my company, or the company I work at, Juniper, when we migrated away from Slack to that which shall not be named, it broke all of our corporate accounts. So I still struggle, but there are a lot of other people on Slack who can help and who have working accounts. And then I've got it on my phone as well, so it seems to work better there. But yeah, that's how you can reach the community. If you are interested, drop by the TSC, have a chat with all of us, join the mailing lists. I would say, like, if you have a desire to provide networking for Kubernetes or OpenStack, that's probably why you're here. check out some of the Ansible deployer options that we just covered and see how you can kind of get your hands dirty with a running cluster. So that's always the best way to get in, is to get excited about doing something with a tool. But yeah, if there's nothing else, we can wind up this chat a little bit early. It was absolutely wonderful to see you all this morning. I feel like we had covered a lot of ground. So hopefully for the folks who are new to Tungsten Fabric and curious, you now know how and where to get started and where to get more help if needed. Any final comments, Chandra, Saili, Matvey, double Matvey?
Thank you. No,
Yeah.
I don't have
So
additional
yeah,
comments.
thank you for listening, all of you, and yeah, let's be in touch on Slack so we can help grow the community.
All right.
Thanks,
And
Nick.
thank you again, Casey and Kenny, for being wonderful hosts.
Yeah, of course.
Pleasure.
Yeah. Thanks, Casey. Thanks, Kenny.
Thank you.
All right, folks, take